2021. Wait, that's backwards because this is gonna be flipped when I edit it. 2021. Ding! I can't link, but yes. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia, and if you're not, you're probably like, Alicia, where were you? It's been a hot minute, month or two. I don't know when I last uploaded, but it was way too long ago. But I'm back. In the past few weeks when I haven't been uploading, a lot has happened. I flew back to Australia. If you didn't know, I was in Singapore before, but I flew back to Australia because the uni is in person this year. At least some of my classes are. So I quarantined in a hotel for 2 weeks. I came back, visited family and friends, and then I was going to the beach because it's summer here. I had my uni dance production, which just finished like 2 days ago. So all that crazy busy stuff has happened, and that's why I haven't been uploading, but also I just didn't know what to upload, to be quite honest. But I'm back and I've planned out some videos and I'm so excited for the new year. And what better way to bring back the first video for this year with a planning and organizing and getting ourselves together for the new year kind of video. I know it's February. I missed the entire month of January where everyone was like, oh yes, gonna get ready for 2021 goals, blah blah blah. I'm late.
This is really embarrassing.
But you know, better late than never. And also, it doesn't have to be January 1st for you to make a start and set some goals, work on yourself and making yourself better. So in reality, was I late or was I just trying to make a point? You decide. Anyway, before I head into the video, this one is so kindly sponsored by Notion. If you want to set new habits, set new goals, and just be more organized in general, then Notion is a really easy way to do that. I will be talking about them later on in the video, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, download the app and you'll thank me later. There's 3 things that I want to touch upon in this video, all about getting ourselves ready for the new year. Even though it's February, we're still going to get ourselves ready for the new year. Let's say the new month. Getting ourselves prepared and organized so that we can kick our goals in the butt. So the first thing about planning and organizing for the new year, just like getting yourself together, personally I feel like having a clean workspace, clean room, decluttering, blah 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 is like the first thing you want to do, because like clean slate, you know. 2020, I don't know what happened in that year, but 2021 we want to come in fresh. You know, when you have like a clean space, it just like your head's like in the right mindset and you're like, I'm ready, I can do anything because I have a clean area and everything's organized. Well, I don't actually have a room right now. I haven't moved into college yet, so for now we're going to declutter my laptop because it's disgusting. I have like a million of those sort folders where if my desktop's like extremely messy, I just chuck everything in there and it like kind of hides it away a bit. But we're gonna face that now. So the 2 things that I try to clean on my laptop, my desktop, and also my downloads folder. Like this downloads folder, I have so much junk just like in there. I try to sort it out like every couple months. So if you're at home watching this, well actually, are you at home? I don't know. Where do you guys watch these videos? At home? I don't know why I just asked that. Anyway, so this can't be a getting ready for the new year, getting ready for 2021 video without talking about goal settings. Goal setting is a very big topic. I like to sit down and really take the time to think about my goals, why I want to achieve those goals and make that change, because like at the top of the year, I'm sure we've all made New Year's resolutions, especially after 2020, we're like, I want to make 2021 the best year ever. So you're super motivated then, but then what happens a couple months down the line when it gets hard, because that's the reality. It will get hard to keep consistent and reach those goals, especially if they're like very big and broad goals. It's important you think back to why you set that goal in the first place. So if you've seen any of my other Notion videos, they're very uni based, how I use it for uni, because a large chunk of what I do on Notion is for uni and organizing all my work. It's a really great workspace just to organize my course resources and stuff like that. But also I've started using Notion like for my own personal use in terms of organizing random things in my own life. So I'm going to share with you my workspace on that, and we can walk through it together as I talk about goal setting and organizing for the new year. The best thing about Notion is that you can use it on your laptop, your iPad, any digital device that you have. You can download the app and basically your entire life is stored on it. I'm still sort of like playing around with it and seeing what works best because I've really only used it for uni thus far. If you don't want to customize your own little workspace, the best thing is that Notion has so many different templates. You can just head to Google and literally type in Notion templates, and there's a million that are categorized into what you want them for. So if it's like planning, work, for school, personal use, they have hundreds and thousands of templates, so you can scroll through those. I've sort of like pulled things from other templates but also used my own setup just to customize it in a way that I like and find it easy to navigate. You can change the icon and change the cover, which is super funky and fresh. I literally just put this photo of myself there, name the workspace my name because it's just a culmination of everything, my goals, reminders, to do, stuff like that. And then this background here is just a little collage I made actually for my room. If you recognize my other videos in my parents' house in Singapore, my room has like that massive collage of all the photos, and this was just the template that I looked off to put that up. If you click change cover, you can upload your own image, or you can go on like the Unsplash and they have all these high def pictures you can add there. There's a couple things that I've put on here. So these 5 things at the top here are little pages that you can click on, and they've got stuff written inside them. In the to-do one, this is mainly for my uni work, so I'm currently on break, so I'm not actually using it. This was from last year. I have a whole video explaining how I use this and how I set it up for each week, but it's basically a weekly master to-do list just to make sure I have completed everything I want to in terms of like my uni work, and it's all organized by date. So like my to-do lists are basically done for each day. They're all templates, so I just repeat the same thing every single week basically. The video explains it in much more depth if that didn't make any sense. The next one is goals. And this is just a template that I've written here for you guys if you want to duplicate my workspace. One thing I think is good to do is to categorize your goals into different categories. So I have like a personal one, you might have a work one, and then like, I don't know, if you play a sport, or like, for example, I have like a YouTube one, YouTube goals. It's important to make goals in all different areas of your life. That's sort of why I categorize it, to make them more specific, because in terms of goal setting, you might have heard something called creating SMART goals. I'll like put on the screen now what that actually stands for, but it's meant to be like a little template you can use to make your goals more effective. So one of my goals is to read at least 1 book a month. That's quite specific in terms of like it's at least one a month, but then also I don't set a time frame on it like read 10 books by March, because I just find strict time frames like that I think can be quite stressful, and if I want to turn that into more of a habit, I don't really set like strict time frames on it. The next thing I've written on that goal is why. So the reason why I want to achieve this goal or whatever is it'll help me spend less time on my phone, but also educate myself on specific topics of interest. So that might be like productivity, or maybe you want to read a bit more about cooking, I don't know, anything. And then how is sort of like the habits you want to implement to help you achieve this goal. So for example, I might read for 20 minutes every night before bed. So if you sort of achieve goal setting like that in terms of like what, why, and how, I think that's really helpful in helping you get a head start on attaining that goal. The next thing I have on here is not going to be relevant for everyone. It's my YouTube list. Basically this year I want to be more organized in terms of like my upload schedule and like video ideas and stuff like that. So I just created this little workspace. I'll go through it really quickly because it's not really relevant to anyone but myself. So I have this little timeline thing of like when I want to do each video between filming it and editing it. So if you like press the / and then scroll down, there's a bunch of different databases you can add. So you can add tables, boards, galleries, lists, calendar, and it goes on. There's a lot of cool templates. And then under here I just have like my sponsored videos, and then video schedules, like whether I've planned, filmed, edited, uploaded, stuff like that. Below here I have like a little planning section, idea dump, if things randomly come into my head about a video. And then my 2021 bucket list. This is basically just a random list of things that I think would be cool to do or achieve this year. I've just written a bunch of random things. So for example, I really want to learn how to do like the graphics, animation stuff, like through video editing. I think that's something I've always wanted to do, and I just like haven't taken the time to sit down and actually learn how to do it. And also like revamp my website, stuff like that. And then month at a glance, what I would do at the beginning of each month is just input all the events I have that month and things I need to do on specific days, deadlines and stuff like that. You can put like the date, the end date, reminders, and it'll pop up as notifications to remind you. And then if we scroll down, there's these two little things here. Brain dump is basically where I dump everything that's on my mind that I need to do, because I am notorious for having the little notes app on my phone, which I don't know where I put my phone. Yes. I literally have so many random things like written in this notes app, but it's not organized at all. And all you do to add to-do list on Notion is press the /, you can type to do, and it pops up. And then on the other side is just reminders. So, whoa. If I have deadlines coming up for things I need to submit or like meetings and stuff like that. Finally, at the bottom is keeping track. In terms of setting goals, they're sort of like your New Year's resolutions where you have these really broad things. But then in terms of actually making that happen, or if you want to make it like a lifestyle thing, it's really important that you think about it as habits, because habits are sort of like the small, short-term, bite-sized goals that if you do consistently, it'll help you achieve that big goal that you want to do by the end of the year or whatever. With habits, I think it's good to start small and build upon it, because if you sort of go cold turkey, it's possible, but it's really hard to stay consistent. Say for example, you want to run a marathon this year. If you are someone who's never run before, you're not going to set yourself a goal to run like 10 kilometers every single day. For someone who's never run before, that's not very attainable and not achievable. Maybe you might start by running for 15 minutes a day, and you can like build that endurance over time to reach that big goal. What I've done here at the bottom is put some little like habit tracker things. These might be things that you want to do to help you achieve that goal, or if it's just little lifestyle changes you want to make, you can put them as little columns here and just keep track of it each month. At the end of the day, you want to come to, have I done this habit? If not, that's totally fine, because it's something you want to work on over time. You might be consistent the first week and then you might fall off the bandwagon for a couple days, but as long as you're like reminding yourself of why, if you've like made the habit too hard at the beginning, you can dial it down a bit. So don't be too hard on yourself, but also you want to be pushing yourself to help you achieve that goal. I hope that makes sense in terms of habit forming, stuff like that. The other two ones I have down here are, as I said, I want to read more this year, so I've just written down some book suggestions that I've heard of. The last thing here is this 5-minute journal. So this year I have started journaling more. I think it's nice to look back on and just reflect, and I've heard such great things about journaling. These questions I've just taken off the 5-minute journal. I saw it all over TikTok and I was like, this doesn't look too hard. It's only 5 minutes of my day. I just write the date, and then under each one I'll just write dot points. In the morning and night takes 5 minutes, which is fabulous. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire Notion workspace for planning and getting ready for the new year. If you want to use this exact one I have, I will leave a blank copy of it in the description so you can adapt it to things that you want to achieve this year. Hopefully that was somewhat helpful. Again, I think it's really important to set goals, but also I think it's important not to be too hard on yourself. I know in the new year it's very tempting to be like, I'm gonna drastically change this and that, because like we're super motivated, especially after the year we've all just had. I think take it in small steps. It's really good that you want to make a start and change up some things, make new habits. Good mindset to be in, but again, don't be too hard on yourself if you don't reach it straight away. It's a work in process. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments any other video ideas, things you want me to film. I know this channel is called Study Collab, but this year another thing I want to do is try and broaden the types of videos I'm filming, especially now when I like don't have uni. I'm like, I can't film me studying because I'm not studying for anything. So if you have any other video suggestions, leave them all in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!